Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. From part one, we went ahead and we created 5 large platforms. We collected bytes, created different chambers, and then used those bytes to purchase the thruster, the small shuttle, and the furnace. So now what we are going to do is we're going to use all the resources that we have collected, and we are going to create the items that we need to leave the first planet. So we're going to need a lot of organic material. So we're going to need those to power up our small generators. The first thing you want to create is going to be your small furnace. The reason why you want a furnace to begin with is because there are some items that are not natural resources that you will need. To create the small shuttle and to create the thruster, you're going to need tungsten, which can be smelted and turned into aluminum. You can do this with other items as well. So if you find clay, you know that you can put that in the furnace and make ceramic. Malachite, I believe, also provides you with iron, and you'll be able to find steel, graphite, and all these other small resources that require you to burn some of your natural resources. Actually, if you burn organic, you also get carbon, which you would need for the mid-sized generator. So because the organic material burns quickly when you are using these small generators, you want to make sure that you're always turning them off when you're not using it. Just like in real life, you kind of want to preserve energy. So to make the small shuttle, you're gonna want 2 aluminum resources. Now, if you ever noticed too, each platform has the small yellow circles around like a cylinder, I would say. If you see it flashing red, that means that there isn't enough power being generated into the item itself, and that's what causes it to take a while for the item to get created, burned, research, whatever it is. So you want to keep your eye on that. You want to make sure that that is either midway or full way. When it's full, it'll burn faster, so it gets things done a lot quicker. We're going to use a large printer here and make our small shuttle now. Excuse my mess. I don't have, usually I have like a mid storage or extra storage silo where I have all my items, but this is just a different account I created, so this one isn't as organized as it should be. The nice thing about the small platforms too, or even the mid platforms, is you can put things on top of it, the generators and stuff like that. That way you don't have all these cables running around, and it's just a hassle to do all that. As you're creating these items, again, like I said, you're gonna need a lot of energy. You are just starting off. Obviously, you haven't left the first planet, so you can't create anything that provides you with a lot of energy on its own. So for the beginning of the game, you're gonna rely heavily on organic material, especially carbon. And then once you get higher up, once you explore further into the game, once you've gone to other planets, then you'll be able to create, and I believe it's called RTG or RFTG. And what that would do is that would just provide energy on its own without requiring any other item. So I've got a small shuttle here. The nice thing about the beginning of the game is they actually provide you with a launch pad. Now, you don't need a launch pad to make your shuttle fly, but it is nice to have, because once you're traveling back to the planet you visited from, that is where your shuttle will land. So we need more organic material here. There we go. Looks like the shuttle's done. Just go back. There you go. It's a nice big fella. Okay, so now the next thing, which will be the last item, is going to be our thruster. So let's see. Okay, so not in the large printer. Oops. Nope, I don't want that. Put that back in there. Okay, there we go. Turn off the power, obviously. Maybe the medium printer. Let's check it out. Smelting, large platform. Nope. Okay. Let's see. So maybe it's gonna be. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I need aluminum and ammonium. So I'm gonna need to make one more of this. So that will get my aluminum there. So then, just keeping track for you. A shuttle requires 2 aluminums. The thruster requires 1. So then to make that all together, that's 3 aluminums with 1 ammonium. And the ammonium is what's going to be used to create your thruster. You can count the compound in there if you haven't created a small printer, but by now you should have a small printer already on hand. That's the one thing about leaving things laying around, you know, with the wind and stuff like that. In this game, things are known to disappear. Okay, so let's create the thruster. Da-da-da. Okay, there we go. We have that done. Turn off the power. All right. You don't have to disconnect the cable, but you know, that's just something I do every now and then. Plug that guy in right in the bottom, and we are good to go. So you're gonna want to hit on a PC, you're gonna want to hit launch. Same thing for Xbox, so have a different button there for launch. Then you're gonna want to hit launch one more time, and then that will show you all the nearby planets. So we want to go to Desolo, which is the moon for Sylvia. And that itself is planet Sylvia. So you're gonna notice that there isn't a place to land because we press launch. We don't want to go there, so it's just a planet. See, nothing there. Now when you turn around and you go into Desolo, you'll notice the difference here. No, you can't even see any of the purple markers either, unless you are planning to actually land there. Okay, so for landing, you see those bubbles there? You can land anywhere. What I would recommend doing is landing somewhere near one of the chambers, the purple chambers you see there. Usually has like a light flashing up to let you know where they're located. And we have landed in a new planet. There you go. Alright guys, that's pretty much all for part 2. I will go ahead and create a different video too.